It's an international break, so you know what that means. It's a good old-fashioned Q&A episode. Now, before I get into the actual questions, and thank you very much, there was loads, and I'm going to try and answer as many as I can I just shock you? I like international breaks now.
After it scales, wins the header, there's a chance! Yeah! Oh, there's the goal! There's the goal! That's Troy Parrott!
If, unless you're living under a rock, you know that Ireland are the greatest football team in the land, and I've been an avid, staunch supporter of them since day one. So, and even though it was against my man, Big Dom, and to a lesser extent my man, Miloš, I had the same reaction that I would if Liverpool scored a last-minute winner of just... And you know what, I kind of feel a little bit of guilt about reveling in Ireland doing so well against Portugal and Hungary, because I made a conscious decision this qualifier to be like, you know what, I am going to watch Ireland. I don't care how bad they are. I'm going to watch them. It's my goddamn country. And then I watched us lose to like Armenia and put in a few awful performances, and I was like, you know what am I doing? And now that we're good again, I'll just sidle on in and join the celebration. But anyway, Q&A time. Not a question, but I need more Martin Tyler / commentary reenactments in my life. You and me both, pal. I'll tell you the reason why I stopped doing them. One was my TikTok account got suspended. Actually, no, not suspended. Eliminated. But my new best mate, Clive Tilsley, has taken up that mantle. Only he's far more into it and actually kind of gets a kick out of it, which is great. That's exactly what I want. Me and Clive have struck up something of a, I wouldn't say friendship, but we message each other semi-regularly. So I'm like, oh, look at this. Might get him on for another interview if he's up for it. So the Clive ones will run and run. And actually I'm having a lot of fun with the John Champion ones as well. But yeah, do you know what? It's more... Nowadays I much prefer the banter between a commentator and a co-com and making something funny out of that. But if you see anything or hear anything, please send it to me because there's a good chance I will do it. Next question from Red Vex. Is that your Christian name? What do you do for a living, Andy, and what compelled you to start making videos? I work in a professional training company. It's funny because now when I'm sending emails to people saying, hey, do you want to come on this course? People will respond now and say, only if it comes with a crude drawing or something like that. My work mask slips slightly and I'm like, oh, my man. But basically the reason why I have kind of free reign of this studio is because I set everything up here because we switched to online during COVID. It's all very boring, but that's what I do. And what compelled me to start making videos was, well, I mean, sketches, it just kind of, one of the Martin Tyler ones went viral. But for YouTube, honestly, I just love YouTube. You know, even though I had major imposter syndrome about actually talking about Liverpool, because I'm like, I don't know anything. But people seem to just enjoy the general vibes of the show, and a lot of people feel similar ways. So I think there's something there with that, and that's why it's kind of going well. Look at my hand. This is because I'm moving. I finally moved back into my house. This is from me wrangling those poxy rabbits into their hutch so I could take their hutch from the old back garden to the new back garden. Luckily, I'm only 2 doors away, but that's what I was doing last night and for the last 3 nights. Anyway, that's not why we're here. What compelled me to start making videos? I just really like YouTube, and I watch YouTube all the time. It's my go-to when I sit down at home. I wanted to do it for a while, and honestly, I'm a big attention seeker, and and people started telling me that it was quite a good show, and I liked that feeling, and I kept doing it. But also, I have the thinnest skin out of anyone you've seen online, so it can be a recipe for disaster as well. Hello, Andy. Did you ever play football yourself? And if so, where did you play and were you any good? Zach Nichols 224, you son of a bitch. I did play football. I was a defender, actually. Centre back. I played for a local team when I was a kid, that sort of stuff. But my shining moment as a football star was my 6th year sports day, where I famously scored 3 goals in 3 games. And in fact, there's a little song about it that a friend of mine, Neil Murray Music, catch him on YouTube. He made this for the live show that me and my friend Terry did with our other podcast. It's called What's So Great About. Feel free to check it out. And keep in mind, before I play this for you, I look terrible in everything here. The song is great, but I look awful. And I was going through my goth phase, and it wasn't kind to me. I'll say that. Anyway, here's the vid.
Who's that hippie tearing down the field? And Cantwell, black nail varnish and a black heart steel. It's and coming from a mile away. It's Andy Cantwell, schooling all the bitches at the 6-year sports day. It's Andy Cantwell. 3 games, 3 goals. That's Andy Cantwell. 3 games, 3 goals. Andy Cantwell.
I haven't changed a bit, have I? Next question. If you had the chance to snap, this is from Knuckleball Twins, if you had the chance to snap one player with no consequences, as well as giving them a talking to, who are you going for? We'll start, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, honestly. I can't fathom the idea of that man being, if I was a United fan, that man being captain of my team. I mean, talk about leading by the wrong example. I would. That's the answer, Bruno Fernandes. I think possibly my least favourite player in football currently playing. From Onwards and Upwards 72, if you could have full control over the scheduling for football, what would you do in regards to internationals, PL, Christmas break, etc.? I certainly wouldn't schedule international breaks 3 months in a row. That's mental. When we've just spent the summer without football, I would maybe combine the two. Maybe have a Premier League break around Christmas and just stick internationals for then. Or what I would say is just do all the internationals during the summer. They get paid enough, right? A 2-week period during the summer where you get your little matches out of the way. Hey Andy, besides football, which is your favourite sport? Myself and my soon-to-be wife have gotten back into the UFC lately. We've been watching that in bed every night. There's a bit too much information, actually. What did I tell you that? I really like the jiu-jitsu element of it. I did jiu-jitsu for a few years and I still think about it every day, to be honest. And I wish I could go back. But it's quite expensive and I've had a couple more kids since then. One of the big appeals of doing YouTube full-time is, I'll be freed up to go back to jiu-jitsu now. So that's one of the many benefits that I would get from doing this full-time, if that ever happens. Which it will. No, I'm not gonna say it like that. It will happen. Elver Garrico asks, favourite Simpsons episode and Treehouse of Horror? Ooh. Well, I did a Simpsons podcast for a couple of years called Put It in H. It's now become What's So Great About. But if you scroll back far enough, we covered season 4 to season 8. And according to my rankings on that podcast, my favourite episode is actually Bart's Girlfriend, with Reverend Lovejoy's daughter. But I mean, I don't know if that's true, because I also really like The Twisted World of Marge Simpson, where she starts the pretzel wagon. Favourite Treehouse of Horror would be the one, because I'm only watching it again with my daughter, so it's all fresh. The one where Homer has the toaster and he keeps going into different worlds and keeps all that sort of stuff. I think that's a brilliant episode. Okay, let's have your back four for next season or after the January transfer market. Big Verge, Big Rob, Big Brad, and Big Ebu, really. I mean, if we can get Mark Gahey during winter, I'd probably stick him in beside Big Verge. How do you know Big Queeve? What are you saying? I don't know him. I'm so sorry. How do I know Big Queeve? Well, we met online. He followed me, I followed him back. One thing led to another, and we became best friends. Can you arrange an in-person game watch-along one day so we can meet you and hang out? Oh, I would love that. I probably would do it in Ireland first, although I did put a little poll up on YouTube, and most of the picks were for Liverpool. So I would probably start in Ireland on home turf, and then have the... Fucking hell. Sorry. And then go for the away fixture in Liverpool, which is probably insulting, this being a Liverpool channel and considering Liverpool the away fixture, but you know what I mean. Philly Reds asks, hey Andy, have you ever jumped out of a perfectly good airplane on purpose? Cheers from Philadelphia, mate. As long as there are absolutely no follow-up questions, yes. Next question, what's your honest opinion about American supporters and your thoughts about summer series held in the States? P.S. You are fantastic and I love your channel. Yes! Thank you. I have no problem with American fans at all. It is kind of weird to hear some of the terms that you're so used to hearing from, like, usually British. It is weird to hear them say goal, kick the ball into the goal. But you know what I will say, and this is the hottest take that I can give you. I actually really would love to see. Now look, you're going to say this is absolute blasphemous, but just listen to me. The MLS penalty shootouts. Now look, I'm just saying, because the big thing was like, oh, this is why Americans can't do football, but this sort of shit, where it was just, player starts from the halfway line, like in hockey almost, starts from the halfway line and dribbles up to the keeper and just tries to put it past him. The keeper comes out, keeper can do what he wants. They can chip, they can go around him, they could just blast it. And I just think, wouldn't that just be... I know they're changing everything anyway. Penalty shootouts are a little bit like, oh, you know, it's a bit of a pick 'em. Depends on who's doing what. Keeper can guess the right way. All this sort of stuff. I know there's obviously a load of skill involved, but I think there's even more skill involved in someone running from the halfway line and you're like, oh, he's messed up. What's he going to do? I think it would make it more exciting. Maybe just trial it in the League Cup that no one really cares about. You know what I mean? Especially since we're out. You know, imagine if it just went straight to penalties and that was the penalty. You're seeing big Ibu just dribbling with the ball to feet and you're like, what's he going to do? But just imagine. You'd see, like, what would our players do? What would Soboslai do in that situation? But, you know, that's just me. That's just my hot take. No one agrees with me, but I think that'd be fucking class, frankly. Come in.
Where are you?
Over here. How are you?
Sorry.
Sorry, do you need the room?
Yeah, I'll probably take it back in the next couple of minutes at school.
No problems.